66 police officers in Gauteng have been dismissed with immediate effect over the past 6 months. They were all accused of involvement in criminal acts. This includes corruption, robbery, theft, attempted murder, housebreaking, kidnapping, hijacking and possession of stolen motor vehicles. For more on this story, we're joined now on the line by Gauteng SAPS spokesperson Lungelo Dlamini. Lungelo, a very warm welcome to you and thank you so much for joining us. Now, while this is a good story, I suppose, that these bad apples, as it were, have been removed from office, would you agree that this is a cause for concern, considering some of the crimes of the police have been involved in are quite steep and quite serious?
It is a concern from the members of the community that most of our members are involved in criminal acts. But by dismissing these officers, we are demonstrating that we can take action against our own members if they are involved in these criminal acts and corruption. And we are also appealing to the members of the community not to be afraid to report these officers.
Now, all these officers wind up behind bars.
They were arrested and the internal steps they were taken against them. That's why they have been dismissed from the service.
Now, Lungelo, is there a specific unit which deals with finding those officers not fit to serve?
There are processes within the service where these police officers go through the departmental processes. When they have been convicted, it's when they are dismissed from the service.
Now, could these dismissals point to a deeper problem within the SAPS, or are you confident this move is in line with your involvement as SAPS?
We are confident that once we find information, once we get information about these bad elements in the service, we'll deal with them effectively and dismiss them. They are a burden to the community as well as to the service itself.
Now, I know he's talking specifically to Gauteng. Do we know what the national picture is looking like?
I'm not sure about the national picture, but all these officers, as I'm talking on behalf of Gauteng, they were dismissed in the Gauteng province.
Now, how many police members, as I'm speaking to you now, are currently under investigation? Because to me, 66 does seem like a rather large number in the short space of time.
At this stage, I don't have that figure, but once we get information that our members are involved in criminal acts or corruption, we investigate immediately. There are some of the investigations that are continuing at this stage.
Now, in your statement, Lungelo, you've encouraged community members to come out and speak out about corruption and also reach out to police in terms of how to report this. Can you please just maybe one or two examples of this? How can communities come closer and work closer with the SAPS in such instances?
When we issue police statements or when we talk to the members of the community, we always give them numbers where they can report these officers, or even they can report it to the station commanders or to the crime line. When they report to the crime line, there will be steps to make sure that the investigation that is against these officers are being taken.
I know that it's a very strenuous job that our SAPS members are faced with. But is there any trend, so to speak, that has led to these officers, committing some of these crimes?
If we look at these dismissals, it's mostly constables that have been dismissed. These new members that have just entered the service. We believe some of them, they are colluding with criminal elements. So that's why most of them, they have been dismissed.
Now, just a final word from you, Lungelo. I know that the SAPS has obviously come under fire in recent weeks and months following violent protests in the province. Is there any word of comfort that you can bring to communities, who have been reporting about acts of violence leveled by police?
We are urging the members of the community that any member of the service who is violent or who has committed a crime against them, they must come forward. If they come forward, we'll make sure that there is an investigation, and if those people are found to be guilty, they will be discharged from the service.